Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm playing Feed the Beast Evolution on the FTOG server, and I've got a question for you. Who's got 2 picks and is having lots of fun? Me. That's who. I've been having a blast playing. It's been maybe 2 days since the last recording, and just going gangbusters. One of the things, if let's see, flip these around, a few more chests and whatnot going on in here, but now I've got a Silk Touch and a Fortune pick. Let's put this guy away. There we go. All right, so been doing a bunch of stuff like that. Let's show you what's happening with the Quarry over here. This has been going like gangbusters, and I've had to add a whole bunch of the copper upgrades because... yeah, I've been doing a lot over here. So that's a 3x3, that's a 3x3, and there's 2 more 3x3 chunks that I'm chewing down. So this is a total of 6x6 now. So that's a lot of chunks of stuff, which is good. And I have something way down there that I may mine up, but I'll probably get to it before we do. And look at that thing just racing along. It's going crazy. Well, that's because this quarry here has, it's got Fortune 3, Efficiency 4, and Unbreaking 3 on it. And I had to upgrade my furnace. The iron furnace just can't keep up with the power demand because it's doing so much more work. So I upgraded it to gold. Nope. And upgraded diamond. Okay, that actually is keeping up, so that's working out well. And yeah, I've got 3K of the coal in here because as it goes through and it finds coal chunks, it fortunes them up, and now it's got more stuff to keep it going. But tons and tons and tons of resources, which has been great because I've really wanted to have these resources on hand. Particularly, I wanted to have lots and lots of stone to turn into cobble. Oh, I'm almost full. All right, I'm going to turn this off. And so as this power goes down, as that consumes up the power, then this will, oh, I guess it, anyway, it's not an instant stop, but within about 3-4 minutes, that should stop because I'm at 305K out of 332K. So there's not much space. I need to make another copper upgrade and toss that in there. Well, I do have a void on it. I just, it hurts me to void stuff. That has plenty of room. This I should get either a void or a copper on it. Anyway, so a bunch of stuff like this. I had a couple of these spill over clay. I ran out of room on my clay, and so, you know, but I've got 165,000 clay balls, which is very handy. So this has been working very nicely. And one of the things I was really looking for was getting some of this of this Infernium here to kickstart the mystical agriculture. So I'm going to grab these blocks here. There we go. 4 left. So that's a lot of Infernium. In fact, that's enough Infernium for me to take my Infusion Crystal to the Master Infusion Crystal, because this needs 6 Supremium Essence, and because this needs 2 in here. So that means if you do the math, that's slightly more than 1,500 of these Infernium blocks. Oh, not the blocks, but the actual individual Inferniums. And that's a lot. Well, this, if I push it in real quick, that's 3.4K. So that's almost double the amount I need. So let's do that. All right, let's show a few of things that I've done. Set up an enchantment area over here. That was a reward. Thanks to Smash, who shared a Waystone link to a quick and dirty mob farm for wither skeletons, and I added onto my sword here sweeping edge and looting and mending, which makes me super happy. So I can sit there and I can just farm these guys, and that's how I've gotten a lot of the experience for doing the enchanting. This is the enchantment mover for Quarry Plus. You can just use the anvil and apply books, or if you enchant a pick, you can come into here, put the pick in, and then you can choose whatever enchantment you want, and you can move it on or off of the quarry. So I'm going with Fortune rather than Silk Touch. You know, I would like that, but nope. upgraded this to a compacting drawer, so it's a lot more space because I needed to pull out some of these iron blocks a bunch of time. Lava is full. Oh, I made a atomic reconstructor. And I needed that because, well, if we go into, I don't have it here. Um, the atomic constructor can change some things. And the thing that I really wanted it for was to change rotten flesh into leather because I needed books. I needed a lot of books, and I happen to have some pretty good amount of rotten flesh. Not enough. Oh, while I'm here, let's do this real quick. Show you what I've been doing. One of the things I was telling the people on the servers, you don't want to have a huge number of animals. You just want to have a small amount. And so I've been feeding these 4 cows. Here's the 4th one. Go ahead and make 2 more baby cows. And then, oh, hey, I've got temptation on this hoe. So we can pull these guys away. And then, since I've got looting on my sword, the adults go away, and I've got more leather. So the 2 cows give me 4 cows so that I can get 2 more cows, and I just lather, rinse, repeat. I'm going to get rid of the cats because they're doing nothing. Actually, edition, sometimes they drop balls of fur that you can unpack for string and whatnot. They've not done that at all, so they're going to get packaged away if I can. This chicken has been slowly giving me eggs, which is great. The 2 horses, I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to need them. I always like having horses. I want to make stables. I get to the point where I can move faster than they allow, so I don't really need them. And animals tend to do a whole amount of just ticking, which is not so good. Lots and lots of bone meal out of here. The way I've been getting emeralds is I've got a farmer in here. Oops, he is not in here. There's my farmer. I put him in there to grow beets, and then he has beet trades. And then I also have in here, this is my mending guy. So if I crouch click, I can pull out my mending guy. I named him Mending, and I also have a looting 3. So those are the ones that I've done so far. And then lots and lots of backpacks that have come from the Wither Skeleton farm. All right, so there's that. Over here is where I've set up an area to do the mystical agriculture stuff, and right there is an augment. Well, I also need to kill withers. Hey, look, I've got 4 of these wither stars because I was able to get a lot of these skulls, but I've not found any netherwort. Oh, hey, look, there's some netherwort. Oh, hey, there's some soul sand underneath. I didn't find these in the nether at all. I haven't even gone to a fortress yet. So how do I get soul sand and netherwort? Well, that's the atomic reconstructor. A red mushroom gave me netherwort, and then regular sand. In fact, here's enough for another one of the withers, and so there's 4 soul sand, 3 skeletons. I can process another wither and get me some more wither stars. Well, 1 star, another star. Anyway, let's get into here. I want to grab this. Eventually, I want to have the full Supremium armor, but we'll start with 1 for right now. And I bound my crafting stick on a stick to my V key. And so we'll go with this, and that gives me the Infusion Crystal, and it has 1,000 uses. Durability of 999. But what I can do is I can do blocks too. Oh, come on. Why can't you do blocks? That's in the recipe. It shows that it's possible. Well, poop. I'll do it with these without. Oh, wow. That's a whole bunch of quests all updated. All right. So we'll do it this way, which is not nearly as nice. But you need a whole bunch of this. Yep. There goes the durability goes down a whole bunch. But you need a bunch of these. And, oh, here, let's pull you out, get some more of this. And once you've gotten a bunch of these processed, then I'll do 1 more set. So I've got 4. I don't think that's sufficient, but we'll find out. I think this will get me the 4 supremium, and I need 8. Anyway, so there's 1 stack of tertium, and then we flip that down. That's going to break down into 16 of these, and yep, that only is going to do for me. Wow, that's only going to do for me the 4 supremium. All right, so if I do half, swap that out. How am I doing? Oh, I've got plenty of durability left. See, that's would be really nice. If I hit U for this, oh, it's the Master Infusion Crystal that does it. Ah, I was thinking I could convert all of these as blocks, which would be certainly handy, but it won't let me, so fine. All right, I'll do this real quick because I'm just going to rip through getting the Master Infusion Crystal. That's what I'm lusting after here. And since I've got the uses, I'm going to actually do a full another 4 supremium just to show you how fast you can do this if you've got everything processed. And my farm that has the 2 little strips, that's worked pretty well, but it was the quarry. The quarry, especially with the fortune on it, that's what got me all this Infernium. I could also do it with a mob farm, which, eventually will happen. There we go. Now I've got 8. But right now, I don't have a mob farm, so I'm not going to be able to do that. This needs 2, not 3, 2, and that gives me the Supremium Gemstone. And then that with these 4 shards, and then 4 going around, that is my Master Infusion Crystal. And that's unlimited use. And now I can sit there and convert these. Ta-da! Oh, that's so much easier. So much easier. And so yeah, I'm gonna sit there and you see I've got a lot of stuff in here. In fact, I'm gonna do, since I can, nope. Since I can, wrong key, V, not B. I'm gonna sit there and process these real fast. Nope, wrong spot. There we go. And now having, I would much rather have this converted all the way up to Supremium and then downgrade it as necessary to the lower levels than sit there and keep it as Infernium, because that's not nearly as good. So the next thing I want to do is get the armor going. So for that, I need these. In fact, let's grab this and that piece there. And I've got plenty of this in hand. Oh no, I want 1 of these and a pair of those. Oh, but I need to do 2. And that gives these Infernium ingots, and then 2 diamonds. 1, 2. Because now, V, because I need the triple, to make the Infernium chest plate, I do that. And this can take an augment. I didn't realize I could do an augment with that right freaking now. I do need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the order doesn't matter. I wonder if this flight augment will work in the tier 1 or if it has to be tier 5. I don't know. Oh, tier 5. So I have to have the Supremium one to get that to work. In fact, if I try to put this in here, yeah, it won't let me. All right, so it knows me. It knows what I want to do, and it won't let me. Fine. So I'm going to take this, downgrade you, downgrade you, downgrade you, and now I have lots of Prudentium. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of you, 2 of you. All right, so now that makes the second tier, the Prudentium chest plate. Very cool. Really good armor and high durability, but can we do better than that? Oh, yes, we can. We can definitely do better than that. All right, so there's this, and if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, And let's grab those two, and then 2 of you. Now I can sit there and upgrade this to the Supremium. And Tertium. I wish the names actually made more logical sense, in that Tertium to me sounds like 3. Not that I know Latin, but it sounds like Tertium. Inferium sounds like it's inferior. Prudentium sounds like prudent. I don't know where the root of that comes from, but it doesn't sound like that's something that really makes sense. But okay, so I kind of look at that and go, huh. Okay. Imperium, like Imperial, it definitely sounds like it's higher class. And Supremium obviously is, supreme. So that makes sense. But, why not have something first, second, third, fourth, fifth in Latin, whatever that is? I mean, it's not my mod, so I can't really say that. But to me, that would make sense as a good option. But, what do I know? It's just me thinking about it. And evidently I made enough of the various bits here to get all the way to Supremium. Cool. Because there we go. There's my Supremium chest plate. And now I can go into the Tinker table and I can throw that in here. And I now expect there to be something I click here, but no, it's been added. So now I can click that there. I can take off my chainmail. There's some nice things on here. It's got the longest name I've ever seen, but we'll put that in here. And it's morning, and I can now fly. And that makes me super duper duper happy. I love being able to fly. I love having creative flight. In fact, well, that's interesting that that's way over there. It's supposed to be down here. Oh, these waymarks are backwards because I'm looking at myself. Interesting. Okay, there's a bug there. Here's the quick quiz as to what are Grok's most favorite thing. 1, Mrs. the DuckFarmer. 2, creative flight. 3, a magnet. 4, a nice MLT, a mutton lettuce tomato sandwich where the mutton is nice and lean and the tomatoes are ripe. It's so perky. Or 5, to blathe. So, one of those is my favoriteest thing. And I'll let you discuss amongst yourselves as to which of those 5 happens to be. We'll play a little theme music of, okay, no theme music. The answer is, what's my favoriteest thing? Mrs. the DuckFarmer. Because never cheese off somebody who has a working cutlass, because that would be bad. The second, though, is creative flight. He is so great. It unlocks so many things for me, especially being able to build floating islands, which I didn't even list in here because creative flight is so much better than floating islands. And a magnet. A magnet is also really, really good. And a mutton lettuce tomato sandwich. That's so perky. I love it. But anyway, I've got myself some creative flight. I'm going to, since I've got all the Supremium, or I've got all the essence, I'm going to convert that and make the other pieces of the armor. And if I look at, no, let me turn off this thing here. Yeah, I've got a huge amount of armor, but I'm going to get more because leather armor, there's not much there. There's not much there. This is a really good amount of spells on armor, but I'm going to upgrade to have the Supremium in there because then it'll be looking nice and flashy. Not that I show armor on me anyway. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer getting my second most favoriteest thing, which is flight, creative flight. And thanks for watching. Fight.